Hello, in this tutorial I will show you how to gather rigor, impact, and prestige data for the spreadsheet that we use in our department to help us evaluate journal quality. So if you are working on this, most likely you will have access to this document. This is just the categories of what kinds of journals they are. This is mostly for the faculty. Here's the name of the journals, what type of journal it is, what kind of review they have. This typically does not need to change, although those that are not listed in Cabell's, if we find information to suggest that they are peer reviewed, which most of them will be, and blind reviewed, then we can change that to blind. Here we put the acceptance rates, and these should be updated every year. And the best way to do this is we go to the Cabell's directory. So if we go to the BYU library, do a search for Cabell's, it'll be this one right here. Click on it. Now the problem with Cabell's directory is that our journals are interspersed throughout all the educational directories, so we're not really sure which one a journal would be in, although they would typically be in one of these two. So let's just click on one. Sometimes you'll have to, if you can't find it, go back and check the other ones. Let's access the selected directory. Do a search for a journal. This pulls up several of the journals that would be relevant to us because it has educational technology in it. And here would be the acceptance rate that you can report in the document. Now, sometimes faculty may have information directly from the publisher, which would be more accurate than the Cabell's directory. So that would be acceptable. But we do Cabell's by default unless faculty have information that they update this themselves. And then for impact, first you can look at Google Scholar. And the way you do that is go to Google Scholar, go to metrics, then you can type in the name of the journal. And that is what you report in the database, the H5 index right there. That goes right there. Then we also look for the ISI. A lot of journals don't have it, but if it does, it's good to know. So the way you would find that out is by going to, let me take you there from the beginning. Do a search for ISI. And there it is. Now the ISI is a regular database where you could search for articles and pull up different articles that have been published in different journals. That's not our purpose here. We want to look at the impact factor of different journals. So select the database. We want the journal citation report. Now the problem with here, once again, there's two different options. Most of ours are going to be in social sciences. So you could do a search for a specific journal. The challenge with ISI is going to be that they abbreviate the names of journals, and sometimes they do so in a very peculiar way. So we could try searching for a journal, but we may not have any luck finding it. Do a search. See, no matching journals were found, although I know that journal is in there. So you could look at the list of the full journals, and it's a long one, so this takes a little bit of time. But go down to let's see, educational technology, and I'm not even sure where it's listed because I know it's in here, but I'm not exactly sure where it's listed. So that is going to be part of the problem, is trying to find how the journals are listed in here. There it is. See, they put the abbreviation first and then spelled it out this way. So this would be what you'd need to look for. So you need to grab that. There it is. See how they abbreviate it kind of funny? So that's the problem with that. But then this is the 5-year impact factor. That's what you report right there in the spreadsheet. And that's it, right there. And so for for prestige, this is put in by the faculty based on maybe research that's been done, for example, the Ritzoff article, or famous editors, or sponsoring, like this is a sponsored journal by AA. prominent people on the editorial board. Different things like this help us make a judgment call on the prestige factor. But the other ones should be more objective, and you should be able to get the data for these things.